binary codes. In today's video, we are going to understand one of the most important decision-making statements in Java, that is switch case. This concept is very useful for beginners and also very important for placements. What is switch? Switch case is used when we have multiple options and we want to select one among them. Instead of writing multiple if-else conditions, we can use switch case to make our code more readable and clean. It works based on matching values. Coming to syntax, now let us see the syntax. We write switch and inside we give an expression. Then we define multiple cases. Each case has a value and if the values matches the block, we'll execute. We use break to stop execution, and finally we have default, which runs when no case matches. So this is syntax. Coming to working, first the expression is evaluated only once, then it checks each case one by one. If a match is found, that case executes. If break is present, it stops. Otherwise, it continues to next cases. If no case matches, default will execute. Now let's see program basic switch. First we are declaring a variable day and assigning value 3. Next we are using switch on the variable day. This means the value of the day will be compared with each case. Case 1 check if day is equals to 1, false. And case 2 check if day is equals to 2, false. Case 3 check if day is equals to 3, true. So it prints Wednesday. After printing, break statement stops further execution. Default will not execute because a match is found. This is about basic switch program. See the program and the output. Now let us understand an important concept called fall through. Here we are taking a variable num with value 1. Switch starts checking. Case 1 matches because 1 is equals to 1. So it prints 1. But here we did not use break. So execution will not stop. It continues to the next case automatically. Now case 2 also executes and it prints 2. So even though only one case matched, multiple outputs are printed. This behavior is called fall through and switch case. Output is 1 and 2. So here we did not use break, so it continues. This is about second program. Coming to program 3 multiple cases. Let us see how multiple cases work. Here day value is 7. Switch checks case 6 first, but it does not match. Then it checks case 7 and this condition becomes true. Here case 6 and case 7 are grouped together. Both lead to the same output. So it prints weekend. After the break stops execution, so default will not execute. Output is weekend. This is about program 3. Let's see fourth program, string switch. Now let us see how switch works with strings. Here we are taking a string variable role with value user. Switch compares this value with each case. First it checks admin, which is false. Then it checks user, which matches. So it prints limited access. Break stops execution, so default will not run. Output is limited access. This is about string switch. Now let's see the program for nested switch. Let us understand nested switch. Here we have two variables, outer and inner. First outer switch executes. Case 1 matches, so control goes inside it. Now inner switch starts executing. It checks case 1, which is false, and then it checks case 2, which matches. So it prints inner 2. But break stops the inner switch and then outer switch also ends. Output is inner 2. So this is about a nested switch. Coming to program 6 placement program. It is very useful for placement level example. So let us see. Here we are taking marks as 85. Instead of using marks directly, we divided it by 10. So 85 divided by 10 gives 8. Now switch works on this value. It checks case 10 and case 9. Both are false. Then it checks case 8, which matches. So it prints grade B. Break stops execution. This is a smart trick to handle ranges using switch and very important for interviews. Output is grade B. So this is very important for placement level. So it is an example for that level. And coming to program 7, modern switch. Now let us look at a modern switch syntax. Here we are using arrow instead of colon. Day value is 2, case 1 is false, case 2 matches, so it prints Tuesday. In this syntax, break is not required because execution stops automatically. This makes code shorter and cleaner. So output is Tuesday. So this is how switch case works step by step in Java. Now let us understand the complete concept of switch case and when to use it. Switch case is mainly used when we have fixed values or exact matches like menu options, days, rules or user choices. It works by comparing one value with multiple cases and executes the matching block. Compared to if-else, switch makes code more clean, structured and readable when there are many conditions. Remember one important point, switch does not support complex conditions or ranges directly. That's why in some cases we use tricks like dividing values, for example, marks divided by 10 to handle ranges. Also, always remember the role of break statement because without break execution will continue to next cases, which is called fall through. In modern Java, we also have arrow syntax which removes the need for break and makes code shorter. So overall, switch case is a powerful decision making tool when used in the right situations. So the common mistakes. Now let us quickly look at the common mistakes students make. First, forgetting the break statement, which causes unwanted outputs due to fall through. Second, writing duplicate case values, which will give a compile time error. Third, expecting switch to work with ranges directly, which is not possible without logic. And finally, using switch where if-else is more suitable, especially for complex condition. So, this is complete concept of switch case in Java, from basic understanding to placement level usage. If you clearly understand how matching works, how break controls execution, and way to use switch correctly, then you can easily solve problems in exams, coding rounds and interviews. I hope this video helped you understand the concept clearly. Thank you for watching and keep learning with Lahari Codes.